welcome everyone to Anime Aftershows, the channel where we do high quality aftershows of some of your favorite animes. Today's anime is Healin'Good Precure Aftershow. It is an aftershow, but episode 17. I am your host, Nanohero, who's very tired. But I am joined with my regular co-host, who, if you're in the Precure community, needs no introduction. Welcome, Adam of Azenzone. Hello? Are you there?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go zip.
How's your
Move my mic a little bit further.
Okay.
There we go.
How's your day today? Good?
Doing good. No damage from any hurricanes, at least.
Wait, there was hurricanes going on?
Yeah, there was like a Hurricane Douglas was supposed to hit us like this weekend, but
Ooh.
then it just decided to go north, thankfully.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty stormy here lately. Like rain, thunder, lightning. I always get confused between thunder and lightning.
Thunder is the sound, lightning is the actual light.
Okay. Probably both. I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I don't go outside, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
So. But. Yeah, I hope you had a good weekend. I know we didn't get to talk about Digimon, like to the fact that I actually haven't seen the latest Digimon episode, so I need to do that, or else I'm gonna get like super behind for these, and yeah, you know, so I'll probably watch that later. Hopefully, it's a good episode.
I won't say anything, but let you judge for yourself.
Okay. But so how did your Precure review go?
Went well. Was able to get it done, and felt like I needed to get it done that night, just in case any hurricanes took down my power, but it didn't. So I rushed for absolutely nothing in the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how fast you get your views going forward because of a certain announcement you made, which we'll talk about in our general discussion. You know.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, we are here to talk about Healin'Good Precure episode 17. We're gonna start out with our pros and then cons, then general discussion. So Adam, what did you like about the episode?
Yeah, it was a good episode. I liked that they actually did the whole hot spring. The inn took it and actually made it look like a real how it would actually be to take care of a hot spring inn and just like show off the ins and outs, and it's little details like that I really appreciate, and also just like show how much care and actual business sense it goes into with like it sustain a business like that. I know it's like a little complicated stuff that might be. I know it's complicated stuff that might go over kids' heads, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've actually never like been to like hot springs like areas, so I don't know a lot about the ins and outs and how it functions. So it's hard for me to comment on that part.
It's I've been to many. It's basically kind of like a hotel, just out in the countryside.
Okay.
So if you think of like a hotel and you have to like take care of your guests and all that, it's an interesting just to watch the business aspect of it, which I actually kind of like, which I wish certain other seasons of Precure had actually done more with Kira being a bakery, and yet they hardly treated it like a real business.
Oh, yeah. That's the baking one, right?
Yeah, the baking one where they had a fully functional bakery, and yet you always wondered where they're getting their money for all their ingredients, and yet they kept on producing so many of them.
But then I am curious if you ever get to a certain thing. I won't say more than that because I don't want to spoil. But
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I wasn't.
Let's not talk about it here.
Yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, for this, but back to this subject. I just like that they showed the business aspect. I liked how it really seemed to affect you and how she thought, and yeah, her interactions with the Smith family were really fun.
Oh, that was like my favorite part. Yeah.
I mean, aside from the Spit family kind of acting like the most stereotypical Caucasians ever.
I mean, you can't blame them. The last name is Smith.
Yeah, sure. You just go with the first name you can think of, give them blonde hair, and then have them speak in the most absolute thick English ever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they like have some like automatic like foreign generator or like generic character generator they just use.
Something like that. In that sense, I liked Emily because she at least didn't avoid some of the stereotypes of just the Caucasian foreigners, because she was able to speak clear Japanese for reasons I kind of theorized in my review, and because of that, her interactions with you were absolutely adorable and just great.
Yeah, like I love the relationship between like Emily and Chiyu and yeah. Anything else you want to
add? Shindoine was fun. Shindoine was fun.
Oh my god! As you know, I kind of like her, so you know, so I just enjoyed seeing her because lately she's kind of been out of the spotlight because you know our boy Ratchgreen kind of took over, but you know he's our boy, he's allowed to do that. So
yeah, but I think one of my commenters put it best. She's now basically the Harley Quinn of Precure.
Oh my, you know, you're right. I can see it. I can see it now. I didn't think about that.
Right now she's better than Harley Quinn after Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, at least.
I mean, have you seen that like Harley Quinn like anime show? I've seen a couple episodes. It's actually pretty good.
I haven't seen it, but I still think she's better than the live action version right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, is that really a compliment though?
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my general positives before we get into deeper discussion. So yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay. So well, wait. First, I should kind of preface this. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest Chiyu fan. Okay. Keep that context going in mind. But at the same time, I was actually looking forward to this episode, since I'm not the biggest Chiyu fan. Because I thought, okay, this is their chance to sell me on Chiyu, okay? And did they sell it to me? I like her a lot better. I don't know if she's ever going to become my favorite character, but I definitely enjoyed her character in this episode. So I really liked her like family dynamic. Like at the beginning of the episode, them like sitting at a table, having a family. Was it breakfast or were they having dinner?
That was breakfast. They had like eggs, which can be done for dinner too, but usually for a combination of all that stuff, it's usually breakfast.
Okay.
Plus, it was hinted at that it was before she went to school.
Okay. Because my family doesn't even do family dinners. We used to when I was a bit younger. We really don't do family dinners. It's sad though, because I do enjoy family dinners, but we don't do them. You know, even though we could do them, but you know, it is what it is. So I really like that. I like how she has like a loving family and they like handle stuff together, work together. I mean, they are pretty much like a family end. So I like that whole idea that them like running the end together. You know.
Yep.
It's always nice to see family businesses because you know in today's world, family businesses can be hard to manage and survive. So it is cool that their business has been able to survive, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think this needs any mention, but Ratchgreen, amazing like always, you know, like his like
Huh? that little clap was just the best.
Yeah, I like how he was pretty much like saying, how do you pronounce the name? Is it Shirin? Like,
Shindoine.
Shidone.
Shindoine.
Okay, Shidone. I like how he was kind of setting her up to do her mission, or at least encouraging her to some degree. So, it does seem like he's manipulating them and them not realizing. So I'm so curious what his end game is, man. I have no idea. I haven't quite been able to come up with any theories, but I don't care. I love Red Scream. He's my boy, man. Like, Toy or Bandai. Who makes the toys? It would be Bandai, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bandai, please give me a Red Scream figure, please.
Maybe an SH figure art or something.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be. Sorry, I would buy a Red Scream figure. I don't know about you. Would you?
Maybe.
That phone, be quiet. Okay. So Red Scream, amazing. Other thing, I liked the penguin mascot helping
Piggyton. We got to see a little bit more to him just being a cute little penguin.
Words are hard to say, man. But it was so adorable seeing him kind of helping her in secret, kind of. That was adorable.
While upstaging her little brother. While upstaging the little brother.
Yeah, I was
being absolutely smug about it.
Because like, at first I wasn't quite sure what the episode was gonna be about. So before we got to look up what I thought it was gonna actually be about, is like Piggyton helping, and then everyone else thinking she used this amazing innkeeper thing because of how good she did, even though she didn't do those things, and it would add some pressure to her and stress. That's what I thought the first couple of minutes. That's what I thought the episode was going to be about. So I don't know if that would have made a good episode, though. What do you think?
Just about Piggyton and Chiyu?
No, are you paying attention, man? Like, Piggyton helps, and then everyone else thinks like Chiyu's amazing, and it puts a lot of pressure, even though she didn't do those things.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like much.
Okay, maybe this is why I'll never have my own show. But anyways,
I think that's what I like this episode, because it's all about the importance of It was once again all about the importance of communication and understanding others.
Oh yeah. Which we're good. So I would really like the having like a foreigner Smith family. Do they ever say where they're from?
Not really. Just assume a Western country.
Okay.
Either they're either Brits or Americans. Who knows?
Yes. So
Japanese don't really care that much.
So like you, I like what they did with Emily and the relationship, and I find it like so enduring. Because like I said, I actually really did like Chiyu in this episode. I find it so enduring. Like, Chiyu doesn't really know this girl. She doesn't have to make her smile, but she wants to. She wants to make this little girl who's trying to adjust to a new country and doesn't know how, she wants to make her smile. So I found that very touching and enduring.
Yeah.
What about you?
I just like the aspect of like the idea that there is going to be some kind of culture shock whenever a kid that age is going to be moving back and forth between Japan and we'll assume America.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the fact that she had, again, the nice subtle storytelling here. Basically, because she has such good Japanese, it can be assumed that has been visiting Japan for at least several years, and has been studying up on it because her parents do want to move there.
Yeah. Or maybe they probably have like family, but has live in in a Western country for a while, but now moving to Japan. So
It's hard to say, but
yeah,
basically, it seems like she's caught in between two very different cultures, and thus it makes sense that she would have a hard time trying to adjust to one or the other.
yeah, because that could like uh, cause a lot of like identity issues. I feel because I feel like we tend to, I think, somewhat form our identity where we live. And when you're moving in between two places, you can have a hard time grasping who you are. Maybe I'm like reading too much into something like that, but
No, I think they tried to do it with like a character from last season on Star Twinkle, but I don't think they quite pulled it off because one, that was one of the cures, so she was already in her teens, so it's kind of weird for her to still have like certain issues at that age. And
I don't necessarily think it's weird. I feel like those issues can continue.
You need to see the the show.
Okay. I'm probably not getting the context, so yeah.
Yeah, I won't spoil it too much, but it's something that happens at Star Twinkle where this character basically has some self-imposed issues, but she claims that she got over them at a young age, and not to mention she herself was born and raised in Japan, so there was not really all that much of an issue, like say Emily, who it's implied to have been moving between the two countries.
Mm-hmm.
Emily just feels a little bit better executed, in my opinion.
Okay, so I love my good Hinata. I loved like her enthusiasm to want to go see Chiyu and help and stuff. I found that cute and adorable. And like I said, I did like she doing this episode. And I also like the boot monster. How did you feel about the monster design?
Yeah, well, it was a big boot, so not much to say about it. I liked that its fighting style was basically just splashing in the puddles like how kids would actually do in a water boot.
Not just kids. Trust me, I know from experience. I like playing in the rain. Okay. Hey, I live in a desert. I gotta take what I get. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It gets hot here, man.
But yeah, the fight was okay this week. Some good animation. Not a whole lot, I would say, but more on that when we get to this cons, I think.
Well, oh yeah, I like the. I just like how ridiculous the design. Like it's just a boot. Like you said, splashing in the rain. I just find that ridiculous. Maybe I shouldn't find that entertaining and good. Maybe I should expect a more deep, detailed villain. But I don't know. I love my ridiculous villains.
It looks like Mario, and it looks like one of Mario's power-ups from Super Mario Bros. 3.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. I could totally see that. I can totally see that. But yeah, I really like the design. And to talk more about the fight, what was the monster trying to attack that Chiyu tried to stop? Was it like a slide? It was some kind of attraction thing.
It was the playground that she wants to take Emily to.
Okay, it was just the playground in general?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it already got to the slide, and we know that that even if it doesn't destroy, we know that based on previous episodes that they can actually destroy stuff and it won't be restored.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I should probably pay more attention.
Yeah, the Mega Byogen are capable of destroying things as well as corroding them over with if it's left alone if it's left alone, like the tree from last week.
Ah. But yeah, I like when it's gonna out to get attacked and stuff. Chiyu wants to protect it because of how important it is to Emily. This is like her one chance to make her smile, and she doesn't want that chance to go away. So I found that very heartwarming and doing. Like I said, I really liked Chiyu's moments and character development, like in this episode. You know, so and so at the end of the episode, they get another. Chiyu gets the bottle thing, and I do feel like that, like felt earned because of the lessons she was learning and going through the episode.
Yeah.
And but the end of the episode, I like how at the end, Emily actually like made a friend, you know. So I thought that was a neat way to kind of wrap up the episode. Give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry about that. So
No.
I like the relationship between like Chiyu and Emily. I know we're probably never gonna see Emily again, but I don't know. I have like I really like relationships between like very like older characters and younger characters.
Yeah.
You know that like bonding, like I'm always a big fan of like my main character having to watch over a child and take care of them and stuff. Even though that's not what this episode was.
Yeah, it became kind of a thing with Hakuto with a Sixth Ranger, which I won't spoil it for you, but yeah, some fans in Japan actually said that they wanted her to be like the Sixth Ranger.
What Emily?
Yeah. She's not going to be, but
Yeah. I know. Like, there's always like I've even seen this with Power Ranger. There's always that like side character that shows up that you think kind of interesting that like would make the perfect Sixth Ranger. Like there was a character that showed up in Megaforce for like one episode that I thought would have made the perfect Sixth Ranger, but didn't. You know.
Yeah, I think Tommy's brother would have made for a good Gold Zeo Ranger.
You don't think Billy would have?
Well, if they
if things behind the scenes were better.
Yeah, if things were behind the scenes were better. Would have been better than the random alien dude.
Well, I mean, I don't consider him Sixth. I consider like Jason the Sixth Ranger. So I guess technically the alien dude is the Gold Zeo Ranger, but
yeah.
But I don't know, Emily. I mean, obviously they're not gonna do that. Like
yeah.
Unless they really want throw us in the curveball, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, would that even work? I mean,
as I said, there is a precedent for having kids younger than the teenage age for precures.
Okay.
The first one was Sweet. Was it Sweet?
Oh yeah. But yeah, it could be cool. I don't see them doing it, but
yeah, probably not.
It would be cool to at least like see more of her and see her like interact with you more. Like, can I have like an older sister? Because it doesn't seem like Emily has like an older sister, so it'd be cool to for her to have like an older sister and that like mentor
Yeah, they might have like a follow-up episode with her just as a character again, as a side character again.
Yeah, so
we'll see how that pans out.
But to kind of end out my pros, I really like Chiyu's goal of how her goal, like as an innkeeper, is to make everyone smile. Like that was really heartwarming and enjoying. Like I don't know, Chiyu has like a really good heart, and I don't know, maybe I'm starting to see why you and other people can like it, and I think I am really warming up to her after this episode. Like, I really liked her, like, motivation to want to make people smile. Like, I really liked it. So, anyways, let's move to our cons. What didn't you like about the episode, Adam?
Yeah, kind of as I said, the fight this week was, well, I made it in parts, but there were also a lot of still frames and kind of shortcuts they used for it, which is kind of disappointing because the animation director this week was like one of the most well-known at Toei, who's done a ton of work for DBZ, just to give you an idea.
Really?
Yeah, he's done like a ton of work for like specifically the DBZ movies, like the Brawley movies. Hello?
Yeah.
And let's see, yeah, the fight could have been better. I like the subtle storytelling, but I also kind of wish we had got to learn a little bit more about Emily, because a lot of the stuff I mentioned in my review was just my theorizing.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to watch your reviews, so what are your theories about her?
I kind of mentioned in the pros that she's basically they didn't say it, but we're just assuming that she's moved in between the two countries back and forth. So, but they never mentioned the episode, so it might have been a little bit nice if we had gotten actual confirmation in the episode itself, rather than just be guessing.
I really didn't come to that conclusion because, like, I literally like watched the episode like this morning at like 5 or 6 a.m. So.
Other things. Little not nitpick. I think the rain elemental bottle is a little redundant for Chiyu.
How come?
Rain is just water, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she already had her main elemental bottle is the water bottle.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
You think like if she's gonna have like the elements of, if she has the ice elemental bottle, that kind of makes sense because that's water in a solid form. So why not something like a steam water bottle or something?
Or
a steam elemental bottle, something that has water in a different state rather than just warm water.
Or give her a hell bottle.
Yeah, snow or something. That'd be good.
Yeah. Snow would be interesting. It'd be interesting how they would like use it and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's a nitpick. Just something I kind of noticed. But I guess if it works in Cardcaptor Sakura, as I said, but whatever.
I've never really seen Cardcaptor Sakura.
Well, basically that show, she has both a water card and a rain card. So. Yeah, don't know why she needs to use both, but whatever. Anyway, aside from that, what else was I good? I know I had something else I wanted to say. No, actually not much else to say. Yeah, I think that's about it. And maybe I'll remember, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. So I was at this, and I hope it's something I get better with. Like, I have a hard time finding things wrong with a thing, because I tend to like most things. So I'm having, like, I'm trying to get better at thinking critical and finding things I don't like about it. Though there's one show I've been super good at, Digimon. I seem to have things I can find wrong with, But you know,
No.
but you know that ain't that hard.
Yeah, that's like just trying to pick out somebody criminal in a lineup or something.
Yeah, but like, if I would have to give a con, like maybe that this just is how these kind of shows will work in general. Like, there isn't much like overarching plot development. I feel like we're definitely getting character development, but not like the overarching story.
Yeah, we are at least getting more elemental bottle. We got at least the new elemental bottle this week, though it kind of felt more like they just wanted to sell more toys.
I mean, don't they?
Yes.
That face. You're like toy doing the typical toy stuff.
Yes. I'm used to it, so.
They must love you.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like I want to see more of the overarching story. You know, maybe once we get closer to like an introduction of a certain character, we can start to get more of that. I don't know. Like, is the pacing right now typical for Precure?
Yeah, pretty typical. Once we enter the 20s, that's when certain new characters are introduced.
Okay. Well, yeah, like that's like the main criticism. I guess we could have also seen more of the villains that they kind of show up, but
yeah, it's often it seems like for this show it's kind of a one focus on one villain at a time, which I don't mind. It gives them more time to like ham things up at least.
Yeah. But like overall, like I really enjoyed this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really like, and Chiyu was probably my favorite part. Like there wasn't a whole lot going with like Hinata and Doga because you know it ain't their episode. So
yep. And yet they kind of contribute still. Yeah. Doga take her to the beach and everything because.
I love that like. Beach thing.
Doga remembered the fact that she was inspired by the beach originally.
Yeah, man, Doga's memory is way better than mine. I barely remember to do these after show things, so I more slept through it. So, but I love when she uses like yelling across the like ocean or beach or whatever. Like I really like that scene. What about you?
I like that too, even if it's a bit of a cliche in anime. But it's the old idea that you could like the ocean is where you could drown out all of your sorrows.
Yeah, I've never really been to the ocean. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of live in a desert, you know. So, but any more kanji thought or no?
Not really. Yeah, I do kind of agree the pacing could be just a bit better, but this is just like the time when they have to roll out all the toys during this part of the series, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. So, do you think we are seeing production effects of certain things going on in the world yet? Do you think it's affected the episodes yet, or not quite yet?
Might have affected the animation this week because I think the animation director could have done much better.
Okay. So
it's still a good-looking episode. Like I think some of the animation during when they were in the Byogen Kingdom looked really good.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get into our general discussion. If you got questions, ask. Okay, so you probably don't know one of the questions I want to ask. I know technically it's not Precure, but it's related. It's relevant to your channel. Your co-host. It counts. It's my show. I can talk about whatever I want. Harley, what are you talking Hold on, my dog's acting up. Why are you getting all wired up? But so, you made a certain announcement on your YouTube channel, didn't you?
Yeah, that starting this week, I'm going to do one episode reviews of Ojamajo Doremi, the original season.
Yeah, I know we've been kind of talking about it for a while. And like it came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, it's happening now. I'm like, oh crap! I didn't prepare for this. I kind of want to do a Doremi show, but I'm not prepared. I didn't account for this.
Well, you could do it after certain batches of episodes.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe every 5 episodes, or maybe every 3 episodes. I'm not sure. It depends like how long we could talk about like each episode for. So.
Yeah. Well, I know that from what I've heard, this first season is like mostly very episodic at times. So there's like not a huge overarching plot just yet for it. So it would make it actually be probably more efficient to do it like in batches of 5 or so.
Yeah. Because I've mentioned how like that show is what got me into Precure, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen. So I have this weird thing of how I watch anime sometimes. I watch like random episodes of series and stuff. I watch like random clips, and then I'll be like, oh, this is cool. I want to know how this happened. And then I'll go search that specific episode. So I've seen like parts of like each like Doremi season.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I love the plot stuff, but I've never completed it from like beginning to end. So I've been meaning to for the longest time, you know, especially with this like new movie coming. So are you gonna do the other seasons or just this first season?
Tentatively right now, it's gonna be mostly just this first season, maybe like the first 13 episodes, and see how my videos, the views for the videos go.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do good if I were to take a guess, but you know, I'm not, because I think there is a lot of like shared fan base between Doremi and Precure.
Yeah.
So, you know, and since it's a kind of niche, people don't talk about as much. You kind of talking about and like kind of bringing it back will probably bring people in, if that makes sense. So.
Yeah.
So. Do you have any expectations for Doremi?
From what I've heard, I hope I hope I get I don't know, emotionally moved, which is hard for me.
Really?
Yeah.
We shall see, but yeah, I would. We're gonna do something to Doremi related here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Either be like every 5 episodes or just do like a season review.
Yeah.
And then depending if you want depending if you can continue on your channel, what we could do if you decide you don't want to continue on your channel but you still want to talk about the show is we could just do episode discussions of the rest of it here on this channel. Just
I think if anything, I might like sometimes take breaks in between the Ojama show to Doremi and switch to a different show depending on the views and just refresh the numbers a little bit.
Okay. What show would you switch to?
I've gotten requests for Powerpuff Girls Z.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple episodes. It was pretty neat and cool.
Better than the 2016 version.
What version?
The 2016 version.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The one with the self-insert writer who shows off his pecs to Blossom.
I don't know what you're talking about. See, even my dog doesn't know what you're talking about. What is it, buddy? Why do you gotta do this when we're doing like a podcast or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I've got a request for that, and I honestly like it and think it's a good. It'd be something good to cover as well, since it was written. I think it was like written by the same guy behind. I think it actually has the same writer as Powerpuff and as not Powerpuff, Heartcatcher Doremi.
Oh really?
Yeah, or at least one of the writers of Heartcatch, I think.
What are you? Shh, Harley. Sorry, my dog.
Crazy love fucker. All right, not written by the same guy, but I think one of the writers of Heartcatch. So, but yeah, I might switch to that. I might switch to that depending on the response, or and just like yeah, it's switching between. We'll see how it plays out.
But yeah, I remember. Hold on, give me a minute. Man, my dog is like so like wired up today. I don't know what his problem. I'm trying to be a professional. Like I want this show to sound good. You know, good quality, especially for like the audio version. You know, because people won't have the visuals. But you know, sometimes hard to do it when your dog's acting like a fool. So I've always wondered this about your content.
Yeah.
What would you do if Precure ends? If you don't mind me asking.
Move on to a different show. I've got a lot to choose from.
You,
Like I'm a bit of a fan I'm a bit of a fan of Transformers. I could do like some Transformers anime reviews or something.
or you, would you ever do Tokusatsu reviews?
I might. I know a lot of people are already doing it, so I'm not sure if there's a spot for me there.
Just do it better.
Well, we'll see.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of
There's a lot of Tokusatsu channels right now, so it's hard. It's hard to find a spot there.
yeah, compared to like Precure, like if we're talking like episode reviews, there's only two people. Season reviews, there's quite a few people out there that just do like season reviews and like retrospectives and stuff.
Yeah.
But episodes, you're one of the few. Maybe eventually we'll get like more people doing episode reviews, and then you do be considered one of the OG QTubers. Yes, I'm calling you guys QTubers now. What do you like about that little nickname?
But, if it sticks, we'll see.
I'll make it stick. You know, I gotta contribute something. So, but yeah, anything else you want to talk about Precure related stuff you just want to mention in the episode? Like, has there been any cool Precure news that's been announced that I just don't know about?
Not really. Not at least not stuff that's not spoilery.
Oh yeah. We try our best to not talk about spoilers, but you know me, I got a big mouth, and Adam always has to put like tape over my mouth.
That's what social media. That's what our social media is for.
Yeah.
That's what Twitter is for. Whatever. That part. That's the place where no one can shut up.
Yeah. It has kind of started to quiet down, but when you think it quiets down,
Another thing we could talk about is the fact that we're now officially.
Oh yeah. How did we go this whole episode without talking about it? How? That's like a running joke. Okay, like, so like I was really tired earlier before like I watched the episode. I like for a second thought like they actually released it because I got like because I watch it on like via so I got the left and the right mixed up. So I was like, oh, there's a new episode on the spot, but no, that was just the newest episode. Let's they like just publish it now. Wouldn't that be funny? Man, it would be so hilarious that they like release the episodes while one of these shows are going on.
But nope, I'm looking at it right now myself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking like I'm trying to rationalize it. I'm trying to rationalize. Like there has to be a good explanation, right? Right?
I don't know.
I mean, Crunchyroll.
We're officially a month in. Since Crunchyroll acquired them, and yet 13 to 17. That's enough episodes, right?
Because I know at least one person's like interested in this show, but you know, how do you recommend this show when the other episodes, you know, aren't, you know, like at this point, I feel like they're just gonna drop it when the season's over.
Who knows? I think they're like they. I don't think they. I think the thing is that they pay the Crunchyroll pays their translators so little that it's not high priority right now.
Yeah, Crunchyroll, please pay your translator some more so we can get the rest of the Precure. Like
$8 an episode, so might not be worth it for them just yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that... Like, what do you think's gonna end up happening with this whole Crunchyroll situation?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think they'll wait until the end of this series, but they'll probably like wait until like there's a dead part of the season of the anime of the general anime season, and then actually get around to translating everything else.
Do you think
like the end of this specific season of lineup of anime they have? When there's like a dead part, they might actually get around to translating stuff.
Do you think we'll get before the 20s?
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Yeah. Like I want to support the industry, but like when stuff like you know I don't know, it's just frustrating, I guess.
Yep.
Like it just doesn't. Man, I'm gonna ruin any sponsorship opportunities, any business opportunity, but like it just seems like they don't care about the product. That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to give people at Crunchyroll a hard time. I'm sure there's cool people that will get Crunchyroll, but just put the 12 episodes and stuff. Like, I'm not saying I know how to do that, but I feel like it should be doable at this point.
Yeah.
You know. If you can get like a brand new episode a week, then you can get a brand new old episode a week. Or every couple of weeks, you know, like I don't know, I feel like it should be doable. But it's not doable. I don't know. But hopefully, hopefully maybe next week it'll be up and we can stop complaining about this.
But the counter is now up to 4 weeks, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think I actually might make a counter. That'd be hilarious, but yeah, anything else you want to add?
Nothing much else.
Okay, so I hope. Yeah, we're gonna wrap things up, unless that I can't say what. Unless anyone has any questions. If not, we're going to be wrapping this up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will, if I can press the button, we will see you guys next week and stuff. This has been Anime Aftershows. We provide high quality aftershows of your favorite anime. I have been your host, Nanohero. You can follow me at The Real Nanohero and at twitch.tv/Nanohero. Our other host for today's episode has featured Adam from Azenzone. Check them out at Adam Kiyoski and at youtube.com/AZENZO E. Anime Aftershows is created, owned, and played by me, Nanohero. You can follow me at The Real Nanohero. Our intro and outro music is done by Xavier Salvador. Make sure you check out our other brands and channels, including Nano's Indie Cafe. More info is in the description. Make sure to also follow us on social media at Anime Aftershows. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, and ring that bell. If you listen to something like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, make sure to follow or subscribe and leave us a rating. And we hope to see you all in a future Anime After Show.